I'm in Nares Run, acting again on a tip by Alfred Rockwold. He said these were right by the creek there, maybe 10 feet in elevation above the creek. There's an opening there. Another opening there. I've peered into both of them. They're collapsed bad. That one's worse, actually, right there. Well, yeah, right here, look on the ground. See those pieces there? Right there. So definitely, but these are really old. Both of these. Okay, one of the two mine openings down near the creek in Nares Run. Total collapse. I dug out a little hole, but just can't get into it. Too many rocks. That's all we could see. Yeah, this was the first of those two mines that are right next to each other near the creek at Nares Run. You can almost tell the way it looks. It's collapsed in on itself here. You can see some shale coal that was coming out when I was digging, but there's a huge flat rock. So there's only like 1 foot of layer in there. Can't see much. So we'll just take a quick walk over here to the second one. Kind of ran into the same issue. Again, this was much more collapsed. And I did get some big rocks out of the way just to try to peer in there. But as far down as I could see, digging and probing, it's collapsed in there. You can see it goes down at an angle, but there's too much collapse to dig out. That's too far under there for me to dig out. And the people who mined here, other than Daten Cool and his wife Flora, Flora was a Cogar. Her parents were Luther and Nancy Cogar. They lived right next to him, according to the 1920 census, in the Nares Run area. So right in here. That's my four-wheeler sitting up there. I found a path right over to this rock cliff. Acting on another tip from Alfred Rockwold's brother Ralph, he had said, let's say 200 to 300 yards below where those two coal mine openings are, down right close to the level of the Nares Run Creek. And coming down, but up on the hill a couple hundred feet, he recalled coon hunting, seen some other mines. I've only looked at this with my naked eye, but I do believe this is a coal mine. Yeah. And there's water in it, but you could see. Let's see if I can get here. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Might be able to open this up. See a post right there. Right at the front, and right over there on the right, a coal wall. And this is on the left side of this big collapse here. You could see a lot of the rock is dropped. And I can see gaps way in there. It looks dark on the camera, but there's a section of the mine on that side as well. But given the size of these rocks, I'd never be able to see that. So maybe we'll get a look at least over here off to the left. I could be wrong. Maybe. No, I don't think that's wide enough to get the camera in there. Once again, you can see the evidence of the coal at these two mines down by the creek. Just bits and pieces of coal shale. Here, look at that. Just all over the front of both of these mines. That one and that one. By the way, I don't know if you see that. There's some type of old barrel here buried under the rocks. So this is Nares Run coal mine. One that Ralph told me about. We're going to see if we can see anything in here. I've moved enough rocks out of the way, I think I could get a peek. set it here for a second. Definitely water. Okay, I don't have the best setup here. I think that column that we're looking at there is a column that divides the left and right sides, and we're on the left side here. Obviously there's a post right up front. That's looking around to the left side about as far as I could get it. You can see the number of posts in there. That's looking towards the back of the left side there. You see, it's not a very deep mine. I mean, there's the ceiling. Deep by height, I mean. Because it doesn't look like there's a lot of water there. I can see the rocks with the naked eye. It only looks like 3 or 4 inches of water there. Did you see all those posts there? Including that post right up front there. So definitely a house coal mine. Ralph Rockhold was 100% right on this. Always pays to talk to people who've lived here all their lives. That's on the right side of that column of coal there. Looks like it might go around, you know, to the right back there, because I do see some post way in there. And here's the post right up front here. It'd be interesting to see what is on the right side of this big column that they left for support in the center here. But unfortunately, I think there's just too many big rocks. I'll give you a better view of that after we get out of here. I just wanted to give you another view about as far around to the right as I could go there. You can see there's all types of posts that way. That's fairly deep. Let me see if I could zoom in here. There's a big post in the back there. Look at that. I hear some people come out and there's running. So there you have it. One of the Nares Run coal mines. Probably Daten Cool, his wife Flora depended on this, plus there were a number of other people lived in here over the years. So we'll pull it out. We're going to try to peek in a couple different spots. I don't think we're going to get any view though, over on the right side. Okay, I'm actually peeking around into the right side there. You can see that post over there. It's a problem. Okay, and if you see the post up front there. See the post? So that's way over on the right side. I just can't get underneath it because of the collapse. I'm really just getting the rock there. You know, I guess if I got my device here, I can maybe see more of this here. It's just, there's not enough of a gap for me to squeeze that in, I don't believe. Alright, I'm standing up where my four-wheeler was. About 20 feet in elevation, 50 feet away from that rock cliff. Right there's where the mine was. That we were just in. Actually, where you see that lighter colored rock in the center, it was up in that area that we got in. This side over here is the one that has the collapse that couldn't see much other than that post up front. I don't know if the camera can show this, but we're in like a little ravine here going up the hill. You see that? That rock facing crops out on the left side of that ravine there. And we're 200 yards up Nares Run from the Daten Cool house. Maybe 100 yards. I'm not actually sure where the house was. and maybe in elevation 150 feet from the creek down there. So I wouldn't be surprised they got their coal out of here, as well as those two mines down near the bottom of the creek.